The sound's still glitching now. Don't think about it too much, too much, too much. All right, you all right?
Yep.
Everybody get it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's try it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Top
we're
end, top
back
end.
this week. This is our what we call this our recap show. We do every Tuesday night live, Facebook, IG. Here we're gonna recap our picks that we made for our Sunday NFL ticket that we do for our lovely sponsors down there at Rev. Also, we're gonna also run into some NBA preseason, what they call it, summer. Let's call this before preseason. That's is after, what it is. What is called it? No, just like the little workout session days have summer mini camp, whatever it's
Training
called.
camp.
Yeah, training camp, whatever.
Mini
Um,
camp. Well, I did see LeBron through a mini camp.
yeah, he always got to be extra.
That's the topic of discussion.
Any way for him to get more man around him, he'll have an early camp just to get man around him.
Yeah, like, don't stop, bro.
Uh,
24/7.
we're back
What's
another episode. Another episode. Uh, we in week 2 of the NFL. Well, we just finished week 2. Um, it was a productive week. Not for my predictions, but it was a productive
Yeah,
week
don't
overall.
worry. It wasn't productive week for everybody.
Right? Some good games over the weekend. The games over the weekend. What y'all thought about the slate of games? What y'all feeling about these teams heading into week 3? What y'all feeling?
My predictions are sort of good. I mean, I don't know relative to
Your predictions are
the
good.
all one, what you call good. I
Mine
count
good. Yours is-
From what I count, you get 10, 10 and 5.
from what I count, I get 11-5.
Where was the 11? Because I watched the whole thing.
We can go through it, but
Yeah, we can go through it, but I count 10 and 5. 10 and 5 is 66%. And you come from
Right,
Aquinas, boy. You know those 66% and you ain't even a C minus. That's a fail.
right. So yeah, when we talking about predictions, we ain't talking about calculus. So
Oh!
let's kind of establish what's good from what ain't good. So what's
Well, a
what's
10
the
and
line?
5 record could get you a wild card spot. From what I count, San's gone 8 and 7. That's barely above 500. That's like a Dolphin record. That
I don't
ain't
know,
looking
week
too
7.
good. You're gone 8 and 7. Don't worry, we can go through it. We
But-
can go through it. I write everything down because I watched the whole show, and we can go through it right now. Okay, on my list, we guys starting off with game 1, the 1:00 game, Bengals and Bears. This was the first game y'all laugh. Y'all laugh at my prediction. Y'all took
Okay.
with Bengals.
We did.
Had all y'all Joe Burrow, blah blah blah, this and that. I say I went with the Bears.
It is more or less
We
the
already stopped.
lack of faith in Andy Dalton, though.
Exactly.
But, okay.
And I told you he wasn't
We
gonna
already
last too long,
established.
just like Fitzpatrick.
Oh, so you believe in injuries now? Who getting injured week 4?
Yeah,
Who getting injured week 3? Talk to us.
Let me see.
we already established the toilet bowl game.
Yeah, it's a toilet bowl game,
We already established that. You know what
but
I mean?
I picked correct. Y'all,
You
I don't
did.
know.
Okay.
For
That's
some
one
reason,
for you.
I don't know. The Bears just,
I think they had like
I feel
9
like they needed that
quarterback
one.
between both of those teams. Yeah, they needed that. They needed that one. I mean,
And they played hard for that. Like I said, they would have come out and play hard for that. The Bengals just ain't that team, but like I don't see the consistency out of them to say, "Oh, I can automatically pick you over a team." Like the Bengals just don't give me that consistent vibe.
they still is a. Well, I don't say it's a young group, but Joe Burrow is still trying to find himself. Um, give credit to the Bears. They managed to pull that through. But like we mentioned before, Andy Dalton, it was a question mark how long he was going to really last as a starter for Chicago. Those days look like uh, they would have come to an end.
Yeah, but like that's
So
about it for him. That's a wrap.
yeah, which is best in my opinion. But yeah, I mean it's a good game. I mean not a it's an okay game. It's an okay game. It's competitive at least. But yeah, it came down to why in some ways. So that's good.
I mean, most of the games I could be real. Even the toilet boat games we could say was competitive, except for one that I said wasn't gonna be that you all said was, but we can get to that later. We can scroll
You can
down to
get
that
that.
later.
You
We
get
can
that.
get to
There's,
that.
there's so much you can say. There's so much you can say about that. You can get that.
Boy, I had a good
That
Sunday.
wasn't really a toilet. Okay, all right. Anyway, you can get that.
So we had that as a
Next
PC
is
game.
next is who?
We had that as a PC game.
I telling
You
you,
gotta take you gotta take some accountability for that. We had that as a PC game.
bro.
But
I see that. That was
but
the first thing that caught my
but
eye.
injury made it that made it so
Anyway,
low.
we can get to that. You can see. I know
mean,
you can
right.
come with this excuse.
Probably
Edgerton
but-
put 3 points off the board. That's
Anyway, next game.
next game. I'm looking for it. I know it's the Browns. Who did the
Texans
Browns?
versus Texans and Browns.
Yeah, Browns played the Texans.
I went about the
That
way
was-
we expected.
Yeah.
The Browns look good. They got a lot more weapons than we give them credit for. You know what I mean? They got Odell, they got Nick Chubb, but the rookie played good too. Felton,
They
he
had
really-
more
he really,
weapons. They lost Travis.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But the rookie, like I said, he stepped up. He played really well.
I mean, the Texans lost Tyrod too, but we didn't expect him to win with Tyrod regardless.
Regardless, we
No
didn't really expect
Tyrod.
it.
But we
But
don't
yeah,
know.
like
But we need to keep tabs on these quarterback injuries because we're still looking out for where Cam could possibly
Exactly.
land.
Now, a
And
Tyrod,
Science is mentioning Texans a lot in terms of a possible landing spot for Cam. So
so now
It could be a
Tyrod,
possible landing spot for true.
now you may have to think, But like we said before, I mean, the season isn't long per se in terms of games, but it's a long season. Like quarterbacks could get injured, players could get benched for whatever reason, and for Cam, he just gotta stay in shape, stay healthy, and hope for the best. But onto that game, I mean, the Browns. I thought the Browns look pretty good. Baker Mayfield is looked solid so far since the season started. They look like a team that's still ready to make some noise come playoff time.
The Browns could be a good team. The thing with the Browns is they just got to stay healthy. Every year they have some injury bug, whether it's Odell, whether it's one of the running backs, whether it's the defense. And like I say, Jarvis just went down, but Odell next in line. And I got Odell in my fantasy, so I can need Odell to play week 3.
yeah, but with Jarvis out, that puts more pressure on Odell. Though.
Yeah, well, you got to step up to the plate now. He's a superstar, getting paid superstar money. He ain't want to have no excuse, no sad story.
Listen,
So, I mean, all of us picked the Browns in that event, so
yeah, that
that's
was
straight.
a pretty straightforward one.
So what, Love? You 2-0, and
Yep.
me and Tans 1-1.
Yep.
So far.
Good.
So far, 1-1.
Game 3,
All right, next game.
we got Rams and Colts. This was an easy one too.
Yeah, I think
all
everybody
us
picked.
agreed that we picked the Rams because of their defense and offense. Because boy, I got Cooper Cup in fantasy. Cooper Cup. Listen, my team exploded this week. My team
Yeah,
exploded.
Cooper. Well, you have Henry do it.
I have Derrick Henry. I have Cooper
Jesus.
Cup. I have Tom Brady. I have the Bills defense.
Yeah, but once you know that I ain't gonna happen again, though.
Yeah, hopefully, but I just need to ride this wave.
That's the kind of game you need in the playoffs.
But so far, like I said, all us picked the Rams. That was an easy game. But I saw something where Carson Wentz got injured. Glass bottle. I told some people over the weekend, like, to me, Carson Wentz is like the Derrick Rose of the NFL. And they was like, oh, how could you make that? Like, don't make it seem like Carson Wentz was trash. before that ACL injury, Carson Wentz was MVP of that
Mhm.
season.
Yeah, he
So
was.
Derrick Rose was MVP before he got injured. So it's like Carson Wentz was that guy that
I mean, they
season.
went on to win the championship without him.
They did, but he was there. His stats were MVP caliber that year, and then injuries just put his
I always
career
question that though.
in the toilet.
But
When you
that's
have a
so.
guy whose team can win without him, how do we really properly rate him as an
Yeah,
MVP
but they
caliber
wouldn't have
player?
been as far as they were, as far as they was without him. They wanted.
It,
They went to the playoffs without him, but
it's
their record wasn't
questionable.
going to be
Like
as good.
Maybe,
They
but even
tried it,
if
didn't they? Didn't Nick Foles get a big contract after that? Now what happened then?
not with them. He went to
yeah,
Chicago.
And he didn't last. He even lost the whole season.
It's weird. Like I say,
no,
football is a team sport. Like you could actually win without
yeah,
one or two even big pieces. Like you could lose a superstar during the season. Like even when Peyton Manning, like I told you, like that Broncos year, Peyton Manning wasn't there half the season. Like sometimes I don't know, you could win in that type
and
of
there's a lot of
situation.
randomness involved too. There's a lot of
Yeah.
randomness involved too.
Don't
Like
make it
people
seem
don't
like that
understand.
Super Bowl was no kill.
No, it's a one game sample size. So you have one game to prepare for each team, as
Yeah.
opposed to like the NBA where you have like a 7 game series. Usually in the NBA, the best team always wins.
Yeah.
But with football, you got a lot of randomness. So sometimes you just could be having a good streak
Yeah.
and put it off. You know what I mean? But
And Ned Foles at that
the
time
Rams almost,
was doing just what Fitzpatrick is doing. He realized he come in, had
Yeah.
nothing to lose. You got a good team. Go out there and throw the ball.
And launch
Sling
it,
the ball,
yeah.
bro. You know, what you can lose. Okay, if y'all lose, y'all go home. I was second string, and y'all never believe in me.
but the Rams almost gave away that game.
Yeah, they did.
But you could see why it was so important for them to get trade for a guy like Matthew Stafford, who at the end of the day, you know what you're getting with him, and he's a guy that can rally a team, and he can stave off like collapses. So at the end of the day, they did what they had to do, and they was able to close up the game. Some games you just got to win ugly, and I
Yeah.
felt like that's what they did.
Well, all let's pick the Rams. So far, I 3-0. Kraylin picked the Rams, so he 2-1.
They 2-1.
And yeah, all
Lions
two y'all
2-1.
2-1. Yeah, all two y'all 2-1.
Right.
Game 4,
Right.
Patriots and Jets. This is where you separate the
I
men
know that
from
was
the
like
boys. These next 3-4 games is where I pull away from you guys. Okay, Patriots versus Jets. Mr. Sands here had this big thing about Zach Wilson and his performance in the second half against the Carolina Panthers, and thought that he's going to bring that same energy and that
Carolina
same
2-0 by the way. So don't start.
Yeah, like right. He said like Carolina is a low fence.
2-0 against the Jets and
The Saints.
The
okay.
Saints.
Jameis, I don't know. Anyway, we can get the Jameis. We can get the
Pretty good,
Jameis.
pretty good.
But
Yeah, I thought it was.
No, it ain't.
Anyway, let's get
Patriots
it.
and-
Let's get
Patriots and Jets. I didn't even start to watch this game early, but I came in like the second quarter, and by the time I cut my TV on the second quarter, this man and threw 3 interceptions, and I was like, "It sounds watching this game."
But I just feel like, you know, it could be crazy. I feel like the 1 week Sans does not pick the Jets.
Yeah,
Would be their one win for the season.
Hey, that
And
fourth
the
one
thing
was
about it is,
inexplicable, bro.
but
That-
Gilmore
that-
did
that-
not
that
even
fourth one-
play.
I mean, okay, let's
Gilmore did not even play.
right?
Let's be real.
This wasn't a good game for me to pick the Jets. I mean, it's well documented that Bill Belichick has against rookie quarterbacks. He torches them, right? And this isn't no different. And Zach Wilson, but he just had a rough. Like he's such an ambitious player, which is why I like him. But that ambition can go one or two ways. You know, either you can end up like a guy who he idolized, like a Aaron Rodgers, like a Patrick Mahomes. Either you could end up like that, or you just to completely flame out the league, boy. And for right now, it's still early in his career. I like that he's still attempting certain plays, but then at certain plays that he has to know eventually that you can't make. And that really burned him yesterday. On the flip side, you look at Mark Jones, he's not an ambitious quarterback. He's not a guy who's just out there slinging Hail Marys. He he's a guy who in college
Plays with
completed
sense.
77% of the passes. Right?
Exactly.
So he's a very stable dude. Uh, he will back up completions. He will make solid plays. He won't turn over the football, and I think that's what Bill Belichick.
Which is key. So
Yeah,
far,
it is.
for a rookie quarterback, this guy has 2 good games and 0 interceptions.
What
For
we
a
say as
rookie
a good
quarterback,
game, he didn't have
a
no
W,
interception.
a
He
W
didn't
is
have
a
no
good
interception.
game.
He took care of
Come on now.
he took care of
What?
football.
Don't tell
What
me a W is a good game when we just talked about Nick Foles and Peyton Manning just riding that team to the finals
Yeah, but like I
and
say,
barely did anything.
but he could have thrown the game away also.
So, but once you don't
One
throw away,
interception could turn the game
once you don't
around.
throw the game away, it's a good game.
You win the game. Especially I talking about now. It's different teams now. You in the Belichick system. This is what he asks you to do. He didn't ask you to go there and throw for 500 yards and you throw for 200. He asked you to go there, make completions, do not throw interceptions, and hand the ball off to your running backs, which he did. So in Belichick eyes or in their book, he played a good game. Now he might not be blowing people away with stats, but based on their game plan, he's the best quarterback for them right now.
I agree.
So
Yeah,
with
and you
that
could see
being
why
said,
he
what
turned
you
him
say?
away from down. You
Oh
can see
yeah,
why they
made
so
it easy.
yeah, because he plays this type of way that Belichick would like to play. And I mean you got that then you could see why also that Bill Belichick has a lot of faith that boy, these dudes could eventually be a really good team.
Yeah,
So
because he can build confidence. He can build character. The locker room now starts to come around him and say, okay, well, maybe this guy is that guy, and hopefully he could keep healthy and keep it up. And like I say, he has a good chance of getting rookie of the year, even though he doesn't have them astronomical stats. He still could have a good chance of being rookie of the year if the team does well and he continues to go at a steady pace that he's at right now.
yeah.
But with our account right now, with Sans picking the Jets, he's now 2-2, 500. Uh, Me and Graylin picked the Patriots. So Graylin's now 3-1, and I still 4 undefeated.
Okay.
So I picked the Jets. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
well, big the
Go on.
Jets. Next
Go
game, 1 o'clock game, Eagles versus 49ers. Ah, boy, you just getting downhill from here. This was a game where you'll laugh at me again. I picked the 49ers. Both of y'all picked the Eagles. Like I said, I didn't trust the 49ers because of their quarterback situation. But at the end of the day, like I say, there's certain teams that don't give me a consistent vibe. And one of those teams are the Eagle also.
I
Because
think the
1 week,
Eagles over the 49ers.
yep. Yep.
Oh, dang, yeah.
I think I did pick the Eagles. Yeah.
I mean, we can run it back.
Too strong.
No, I believe you. Yeah, I don't.
You did go. You did went with Sans with the Eagles over the 49ers.
Gee, well, I don't know. I can't remember my train of thought that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the
Let's
Eagles
talk
play.
about,
It was a good game now.
Jimmy G look a little good though. You don't talk about that.
Like he
You
sometimes
never
give me
mention
like.
that.
No, he had a good game, but my thing with Jimmy G is like, bro, like his
49ers,
stock.
they 2-0, eh?
Who?
49ers.
2-0. 2-0. So what happens now, right? With we still have Jimmy G, who like Lo says, sometime, and we expect them to get Trey Lance a shot at some point. But it's like Jimmy G plays good and they keep winning. When does that shot come? You know what I mean? He played decent.
I think he gets a shot. The only problem is like, see, like I said, winning always cures all. So right now, what they're doing, you could let it work because okay, we 2-0. So we could put Jimmy in the start, and then we could bring Trey Lance in when we feel like into all this foolishness and all this garbage. Because the record says we 2-0. You lead in your division, which is a rough division, and you saying okay, cool, we going with it. Now the problem gonna be is when you start losing. When the losing come in, it could be, oh, well, who needs to be the starter? Who needs to get the ball? Why are we having two quarterbacks? Or we confused? Who runs the offense? So until they really have a real test, we'd see what's going on.
Yeah, it could take some time. All right, next game. Razzle Buck.
Hey, Razzle look better down there, boy. Look better. I ain't seen no glitching in that. What's going on?
What do you say, Razzle? They fixed the internet. All right, you good. Next game, X Razzle.
Razzle, I think we could hear Razzle. But yeah, for all out there watching, we got a special guest tonight. Razzle Dazzle, one of the only Buccaneers fans who I know before Tom Brady reached. I can let y'all know that now. So when he start running the talks and getting mad but y'all in these Buccaneers, we just let him slide because he was there when Jameis was showing 30 interceptions.
What are you faithful to? I don't know.
Yeah, I know what I was about. But he was there.
I got it split up. What? He was there with
All right, game. What game we on now? We on game 6. Game 6. There's another game where I made a little headway over y'all. I went total opposite because y'all picked the Steelers over the Raiders. And I told y'all that the Raiders, like, but y'all could stay. We can run this thing back, and I gave y'all proof that I told y'all that the Raiders are coming off a good win with a lot of energy, and they coming in there. Y'all came with this whole Steelers defense, and I tell you, Ben is not that guy anymore.
Yeah, but we said that. We said Ben wasn't the guy.
Ben is not that guy.
But we was adamant that the Steelers defense was able to stop.
Exactly. And y'all underestimating
who is now has the most passing yards in the season so far.
That's Derek Carr, Loki. Well, probably not Loki, no, but he's top 10 quarterback in the league. And I mean, but Steve, the Raiders got a good team, but I thought it was a good game all around.
Yeah, that was a good game
all around.
Derek Carr playing with some heart, bro.
Yeah, he's get off it, bro. He's get off it. Ruggs had a good game. Low Boy also had a good game. Waller, he played exceptionally well.
Waller always got a good game.
Yeah, he always got a good. I really high on your boy from the Steelers though, Najee Harris. I really high on him. I really like him a lot. I think he could be
he's solid. He just needs some time to grow, and hopefully Ben will kill his career.
That's really only the bright spot on the Steelers offense, though, to me. Like Najee Harris, I've already. What's his name? What's the wide receiver's name? Juju. My line's already dim with Juju. Ben on his way out. Yeah, Najee really is the only bright spot. I feel they don't use Claypool enough.
No, they don't. They don't involve him enough.
Like that dude is nice. They don't use him.
They need to change the quarterback.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, boy.
You need to change the quarterback.
All right,
yeah.
All right, now what the business is? What we talking about?
We recapping our Sunday games, and so far, Suns 2-4. Suns, you're 4-5. You picked the Browns and the Rams. So far, you get the Bengals wrong, the Jets wrong, the Eagles wrong, and the Steelers wrong. That's 4.
Hold on.
You 2-4 right now.
All right,
hold on.
I have the record right in front of me. What you say?
No, you say Suns. You picked the Jets.
Yeah. I had big reason, you know. He had big reason. Oh, Zach Wilson there, Zach.
No way, man.
I was reading me up for my picks last week, but don't worry. That's how the tide is turned. But the next game we had was the Saints. The Saints and the Panthers. Oh Lord. I don't know. All us picked wrong on this one. I can be real. Nah, I was 6-0. I was 6-0 before
No,
this.
don't say we pick round. I feel like Jameis swing us. That's really what it is. Let's hold people accountable. Jameis swing us.
We swing ourselves. We never supposed to trust that.
I mean, we ain't supposed to trust him, right?
Like he did look good week 1, bro.
He got off season company eye fixed, and now we think he's not over. He's coming to the league.
But don't forget now, ain't that he swing us and we pick him against no big team, you know. We still pick Jameis against the Panthers. So we still was saying, yeah, he might have not throw 5 in a session, but we still expect the dog to come out and say, hey, let's manage the game and let's get a win. Dog come out and just, I don't know.
Watch this though. Watch this, right? We pick him against the Panthers, but low-key, right? It's probably low-key. Sam Darnold is the top 3 quarterback since the season started. He played. Let's be real now. He's top 3. He played like a top 3 quarterback since the season started.
You ain't picked the Panthers since we started the show.
I'm not saying.
I use a Panthers fan.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but let's validate
getting
that.
away from Adam Gase's offense has been one of the best things for his career.
I agree that he is much improved and
but
much
let's
better. But that top 3 thing,
let's validate that, San. So who you think is one? Obviously, these are going to be debatable, but okay. So Brady, who you think is 2?
Okay.
No, we said you're talking about performance, right? But I'm talking about performance. Okay,
2 games.
So, yeah, in 2 games.
In that second game, Brady took over. Brady's 1.
Brady's 1.
Who's 2?
I think
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr has a good case for 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was 3. It ain't.
So you telling me Donald?
You think Sam Darnold playing better than Kyler Murray right now?
I think Sam Darnold has a good case for 3. You put Sam
over
Darnold
Kyle Murray?
Kyler Murray, Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray. Who else? Well,
Lamar Jackson had an amazing game.
Performance last night. You could add.
Guess what? You know what else? Who else I want to add?
I could never look. What?
Danny Jones.
No.
Did Sam Darnold play better than Danny Jones?
I wouldn't add Danny Jones.
Who outperformed who last week?
I wouldn't add Danny Jones. Would not add
Danny Jones, right? Danny Jones almost had 100 rushing yards last week.
We saying top 3 now. Danny Jones is having a good season so far.
But we talking about this season's performance.
Yeah, but he ain't top 3. He might be top 5.
He ain't over Donald.
We looking at completion. We looking at accuracy. We looking at touchdowns. Right? Danny Jones has been good so far. Sam Darnold low key. And
you should have said top 5 or something. You run out and you say top 3. That's what getting us.
Right. I think top 3 is reasonable. You can lump him in with Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson. To me, all of them fighting for the 3rd spot. Well, Derek Carr sort of fighting for the 2nd, 3rd spot as well. All of them lumped in. Brady is number 1 so far for the season. I think we can.
Yeah, we just gotta reiterate that. But
my boy Sam Darnold has been excellent so far this season, and Christian McCaffrey is in top form. So this team, I still want to wait a couple of weeks before I crown them as some type of playoff contender, but they're looking good so far.
Yeah, so far they get all later. Now that's we both 7 games in. Sans, that's another L. You pick the Saints. You 2-5 right now. You 2-5. I 6-1. You 2-5. And Kraylin, you 3-4 right now.
I mean, until I just on my notes, I picked 49ers over the Eagles. I don't know. I must say it wrong.
And I must
say it wrong.
You bet the Eagles, but you bet the Eagles. I remember that.
Why did I write 49ers?
Sounds
don't want no one to lose all them now.
No, you probably write 49ers after you see it. He's like, wait, this don't even make sense. Why would I pick the Eagles?
I don't. The thing about it don't make sense for real though. Yeah, what say, Ronnie?
Why? And Sans picked the Jets to win again.
Ronnie
you picked Jets. Sounds like rookie quarterbacks. You see? I mean, both of them are rookie quarterbacks.
Why?
He had your Zach Wilson.
I like exciting rookie quarterbacks.
The Jets though.
He's the Mormon Mahomes. That's what he's calling. Mormon
All right.
Who
Mahomes.
we got next? We
Next
got
game we got
we did
Broncos and
Raiders and Steelers.
Jaguars. Broncos and
Broncos and
Jaguars.
Jaguars. That
We all
went
learned from
differently.
that was the easy one. Everybody picked Broncos and Broncos won. Some of these games at the end save your record because some of these were like straightforward picks. The Broncos win because the Jaguars can't seem to get nothing. I want to see how long Urban Meyer can keep his job because of his name. But to be honest, the Jaguars they ain't improve. They ain't really doing nothing. So
No, they could be an easy pick all year for us.
yeah, they could be
That's
easy
one.
pick to lose.
That's one win for sure all year for us. Just pick against the Jaguars.
And he probably can get
Yeah,
his.
well, that's
Anyway, yeah, he probably can keep his job this year. But I don't know. He's picked these fellas out anyway. He look okay.
Look good. Look good.
Oh boy. The next game we have a very surprisingly close game, which I told you all this is sometime team in the Vikings.
They look
But
really good.
The Vikings facing the Cardinals, which came down to a field goal. And the Vikings missed a field goal. This wasn't even no 50 yard.
Hey, that's the ammo, you know. That's the
Like
ammo
real.
for missing field
They've
goals.
been doing
at the
that
end.
for years and years.
Yes. Hey, you remember when they was playing? This was what division they in?
Then I think they was playing the Saints in the playoffs or something.
Yeah, that's when Brett Favre was at the helm of that, and dog missed that chip shot. So yeah, to kill him. Every now and again, I think about that and be like, mother sick.
Real. Like, wait, the Vikings just have some bad luck on them that they just can't get over the hump. But they was pushing the ball that game. Thielen was catching big passes. Jefferson was catching big passes. And then all of a sudden they get down to like the 30-yard line. They run the clock down and everybody's like, oh my Lord. Kyler Murray them about to get beat. And this boy just socked the ball into right field. Like, I don't know what that was about.
But hey, sometimes you just can't put that on the kicker, you know. Sometimes the hold up is mess up in a way.
But
I
they only
guess.
see the kick, but Ronnie.
Yeah, that
They only see the kick.
all they see is the kick. Boy's not
Only
even
see
catch
the
it.
kick, right?
He catch it, pressure on it. He trying to catch the ball, hold that, put his finger on that, and hold that steady. But everyone is just playing.
Yeah, and he got to spin it in the right direction.
Yeah. And he ain't gonna get his finger kick.
Unsung hero right there, boy. But that was a good game though. Kyler Murray them really
Kyler Murray
explodes his
looks
offense.
He's different, but
And I still don't even see them getting the running game together yet. If they could get that running game to be more deceptive and they could actually get some yards out of that, they will actually be much more scarier than they are right now. But,
Hey, we can take the time to shout out the Buccaneers.
that's our next game.
That's our next game right now.
Confirm. Getting there right now.
And, hey,
Nah,
Hey,
this
good.
this is what I pick. One of my picks for game of the week. But I was this is a democracy now, so I was outvoted. And they were saying this a trash game. It wasn't no storyline, it wasn't no blah blah blah. But this was actually a very interesting
Our
game.
words
it wasn't
were
a trash game.
Tom Brady beats up on Matt Ryan every day of the week. So what's the story there? And he
So what's
did
the
just
trash
that.
that was a
touchdowns.
mini game, baby.
The game was
Yeah,
close.
what?
The game was close for a
The
bit.
game was
and
close
then-
for 3 quarters.
Yeah,
Hey?
and then
I
the
thought
And
Bucks.
they
that
didn't
was-
see him like that. They did not get
Barry
blown.
Nolan, and I remember I said,
No.
hey,
What is that?
I
Hey,
said Brady,
who to do this? Who
Brady and
returned for 2 defensive touchdowns? Who to do it? Edwards?
I keep telling y'all can't look at the score at the end of the game and see 41 to 28.
No, it was
and say
close.
it's a
I agree.
blowout.
No, I
This
It was
agree.
close
at the end?
quarter.
Became a blowout, but that whole game was much tighter than
Than
your
we
game,
expected.
which was 30. Anyway, we can get to that.
that,
Yeah,
that,
y'all
that,
get.
You want to talk
that
about
started to get
blowout?
tight.
We can talk about blowout in a minute.
That started to get tight
Listen.
in the third, but I was sitting in that bed.
In the third, it was a close
I was
game.
honestly, I was starting to get party.
But no one had faith that Matt Ryan to pull it off.
No one in the history
No
of
one.
the world has put their money on Matt Ryan to beat Tom Brady. Come on, I mean,
No one.
Oh,
So
boy.
that was not no good game. right?
That
Eventually,
was
we know
that was a hell of a game.
it,
That was a
it's
hell
good
of a
game because
game,
y'all
buddy.
won. And y'all want to entertain and passion. That's why it's a good game.
Yeah, we had to put
But
on the show, bro.
on the side note, the
Hey,
Bucks offense is clicking.
ain't
Um,
nobody, ain't nobody knocking us. Wait, the only way someone knock us off, but you gotta have a good running game. Um,
Which you
your
can't
offense gotta
because
be
one of
clicking.
the Bucks has one of the best Russian defense.
The best Russian defense.
So it's very hard to have a big Russian game
Right.
against them.
And
The
Tom
only
Brady
way
airing it
I
out.
feel the only way they get beat is that you got to shoot them out because they have a weak secondary, and plus their
Shoot,
cornerbacks injured.
I, I, how you can shoot out how you can shoot out Mike Evans, Antonio
Exactly.
Brown,
That's their
Scotty
thing.
Miller,
Their best
Chris Godwin.
defense is actually their offense because you
How
could
you
shoot it over that secondary. But how you gonna
you
stop them guys coming down on offense?
right? Then you got
and
Len
then
Follett in the backfield. Who the
the
next one
defense
is
come alive yesterday.
low?
Ronald Jones
Ronald jump right they blocking the catching passes, right? They
Yeah,
get the open field.
and
Bam
Gronk
bam,
just
bringing them
being
bam.
Gronk like
Oh,
everybody thought like
I
Gronk.
hey, and I didn't even mention
You can
I
see this
didn't even
here, though.
mention Gronk. So
It ain't no confusion
you gotta
over.
pray. You gotta pray. Brady have an off game or one of them niggas drop the pass or you gotta pray for that because
Yeah.
outside of that, if you ain't scoring 31 points a game, forget about it.
See, but that was our point because what Lowe's saying is that we chose a different game. We were saying this game wasn't going to be a hype game, but in our defense, the Falcons and lose Julio. Falcons say Matt Ryan it looks like trash, so we thought it was going to be a blowout. So
I
that's
just
why we
because
didn't pick it.
I thought that was gonna be a blowout as well too. I sided with John there. I thought that was gonna be a blowout. As a matter of fact, I was texting my boy Bossy. Shout out if he watching this on podcast. I was texting him talking shit. Oh, excuse my French. Talking foolishness. I said, "Boy, there's a blowout, boy. There's one for the Bucks." And when I look, Matt Ryan and the Falcons coming back. I say, "Oh shoot." I said, "Don't tell me we can lose this one." And I already talk all that fool. So in your defense, I thought that was gonna be about as well too.
Yeah,
I did, except for me, because I said that the Bucks Falcons game was gonna be closer than the Bills game. I said that, and we have record. I glad we keep record.
But
I told them,
but that's a
No one
bad
picked the
prediction,
Dolphins to
though.
win that game, by the way.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. You were
No one picked the
right.
Dolphins to win that game, by
we
the way.
didn't say. I didn't say that the Falcons wasn't because can give us
No.
a run. You know, I
But
just said that this
technically,
game was going to be closer than Bills Dolphins because y'all had Bills
Technically.
Dolphins as a game of the week.
as a feature game, right? Technically, you were right, but there was a bad prediction. You just got lucky. Technically, you were right.
I gave you
But-
all proof. Anyway, when we get the Bills Dolphins, I can give you
What's
the
your-
facts on
what-
why they get
what they picked for game of the week?
Bills
have four-
Dolphins.
We had
Bills
4 games of the
Dolphins.
week. We had 4, and that was one of the
They
games.
sick in the
Versus
head, boy.
What y'all smoking over?
Sans them sick in the head.
you,
It was-
so you
It was
you
raining
predicted the
Saturday, and I
Bills
ended
was
up-
gonna
I
blow
ended up
it.
coming late.
You predicted the Bills were gonna blow out the Dolphins.
Graylin, let me
I said it was going to be bigger
let me
than
dissect this
the
for
Bucks
you
Falcons. That's what I said.
once and for all, and we should never have this conversation again. The Dolphins is not good. They will never be good. They haven't made the playoffs in 10 years. Okay, they are trash. They continue to be trash because they would not, despite of that head office, they will continue to be garbage. If Dolphin fans was as loyal to their girlfriend as they are to these teams, this Bahamas would be a better place. The Dolphins
Yeah.
are
It wouldn't have
trash.
so much sweetheart in me.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
chill, boy.
Who? Wait, MC watching this? Is MC watching this podcast? Buddy, give it up. Give it up, buddy.
Boy, hey, listen.
Dog, come on, just run it on.
Okay, we skipping games. We skipping games. Where we at now?
Yeah,
got-
we done. Hold on, we was at Bucks Falcons.
yeah,
Everybody
we got
was
one
at
more.
Bucks.
We got one more.
And then it was Lions Packers last night. Oh boy, here we go again with the trying to make a narrative out of this Aaron Rodgers thing. Like I told you all when we had the picks, like he should do this against the Lions. Number one, it's the Lions. Secondly, I don't like the narrative that Aaron Rodgers had a comeback game, and no one saying nothing about what the guy named Jones, Aaron Jones. Like Aaron Jones had a monster game, bro, and
He
people
did have a
playing
monster.
like he ain't even exist. I was like, I saw nothing on the sports thing about Aaron Jones. There's like, Aaron Jones had two
Yes,
touchdowns
like what you mean?
and
They're
something.
talking all about all. They're talking. Well, I mean,
The headline was
the main
Aaron
story
Rodgers'
was
revenge, and I was
the
man.
main story I saw with Jones was that he lost his dad's
Yeah,
ashes on his
exactly.
chain. Yeah.
And I was like, what? No one what like you're just going to sleep and then wake up and see, okay, Parker's winning, Aaron Rodgers throw 4 touchdowns, and everybody's like, oh yeah, he do so much work. But anyway, I ain't getting into that because y'all like dog but eyes hate on Aaron Rodgers because he ain't as good as Tom Brady. But
People,
I'm glad you said not us.
I was having this conversation, gents, with my boy, Papasi again. Shout out if he watching it. He is Aaron Rodgers fan.
they
He
delusional.
likes
They
to
like
say,
LeBron fans.
this is his argument, right? His argument is that, football is a 52 or 53 man sport. Aaron Rodgers can't do it alone. Tom Brady has always had weapons and has, quote unquote, the greatest coach in the world. Okay.
He did.
Always some excuse.
So, okay, I told him, I said, yes, Aaron Rodgers has all of the tools to be the greatest quarterback to have ever played the game. He has an arm. He can throw on the run. He can scramble out of the pocket and get a touchdown. And he can throw them Hail Marys full of grace. But when it all said and done, and when it comes down to it, the man folds up in pressure.
Lawn chair.
There was a play when they was playing Tampa Bay in the NFC
when he
championship.
Scrambled out and could have walked that into the end zone.
The touchdown. He didn't do it.
Scared.
Reverse that. If that was Brady was going.
Brady was going against in the Super Bowl. Tyrann Mathieu was jarring at Brady, and he's like, "Come my way." And Brady go in there and throw 2 big touchdowns over Tyrann Mathieu, who was one of the best safeties in the NFL, and who was telling him, "Throw the ball my way." And Brady's like, "Who is this guy? Where did he come from?"
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, that is like.
What do you mean?
Like that's what we come here for. We like that head to head. So, like I say, I never say Aaron Rodgers isn't good or nothing. I just saying, hey, don't put him in that. Don't put him.
Nah, boy, if he had opted out and gone to the Saints, I would have been worried a bit.
Or if he'd gone to the Rams before they got Stafford, boy, Aaron Rodgers on the Rams right now, boy. Gee, that's crazy. But sadly, he's a Packer, and he got to throw to Randall Cobb. So
such is life.
Such is life. But all us picked the Packers in that game, so
yeah.
So what our records looking like now?
Gee.
What you is?
So far, the only game I got wrong was the one with y'all that I picked the Saints. So right now, I'm actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 1. Sans? Sans, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, Sans is 6 and 5. He scrapped his way above 500. And Graylin, so far you are, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
7 and 4,
4, 5, 6, 7 and 4. Yes, so far coming into the 4 big key games that we picked, that you all picked, by the way. First, the one which is actually a good one, which was also a field goal.
Which was an amazing game. Yeah.
Cowboys and Chargers. This was where I faulty up, and I took my second L because I picked the Chargers, who had the game in hand, but it was a good game. Came down to a field goal, and surprisingly, the Cowboys pulled it off by getting in field goal position and actually making the kick. Boy, they should get kudos for actually doing what they're supposed to do.
For actually trusting that kicker after last week.
Real.
Because Zerline, he was tripping last week.
Yeah, because he
But
caused
yeah,
them
a lot
again
of-
against the Bucks.
A lot of questionable calls down the stretch. A lot of questionable.
Yeah.
Whoever picks the Cowboys at any week.
Oh, come on, lad. The Cowboys.
Right.
I could see you say you could say that about the Jets. Maybe you could say it about the Dolphins, but you can't say that about the Cowboys now. Come on.
Cowboys
Yeah,
played
you
two pretty good games.
You could go on and off with the Cowboys. They can go like
Cowboys.
8-8, 9-7.
They lost against the Super Bowl champions.
Listen to me.
And
I could
one
take a
possession
page of
game, basically.
Stephen A's book. You could book it. You could book it.
So you what? So you telling me every team in the league could beat the Cowboys?
To fuck this season. Excuse my language. They're going to find a way to mess this season all the way up. I guarantee it. I stand by it. I guarantee
it's our personal podcast for Ronnie. So if you ain't watching that, if you personal like that, it's in the sponsor.
Oh, bad night.
Yeah.
The warning signs, yeah.
But yeah.
That's a guarantee. And guess what? Whenever they get kicked out, or whenever they don't make the playoff, y'all invite me back, please.
Yeah, but we got some biases.
Hey, that's why I picked the Chargers too, because I didn't think they would pull it off. But
nonetheless, that was a good game. They looking good so far this season.
I like how Dak playing. Dak playing like he's really that ball coming out there quick.
Yeah, Dak the only thing so far. Zeke still need to catch himself.
Yeah, he played better though.
Yeah, he played better in week one.
How much they paying Zeke, boy?
Too much.
Tony Pollard.
They need to pay me. My Lord.
Spread some of the money out.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I took the L on that. That's my second loss. Sands and Graylin picked the Cowboys. I picked the Chargers in a close game. The second game of featured games we had was Titans Seahawks. This one was actually a good game. This game actually helped me win my fantasy too. But this one had me on the edge of my seat because this was really a game of two halves. The first half, the Titans did look like, but I was ready to write them off. I was like, boy, Julio can't get the ball. Tannehill doing trash. Derrick Henry barely could get past the line of scrimmage, and I was like, oh.
Derrick Henry is a big boy, boy.
I don't know what he eats at halftime, but boy, whatever he eats at halftime, he got to start eating every day.
He going to get that juice?
Really. Dog started the third quarter with a 60-yard touchdown run. I was like, this boy's so big. He really too big to be running away from guys almost a foot shorter than him.
Right.
Real talk. Hey, I know, even if they could catch him, and if he turn around with that.
But that stiff arm must be me in, boy.
Yeah, they gotta get him down.
Right.
That stiff arm must be me in, but he's like,
oh, yes. Oh, yes. Watch that little bitch.
But the Titans really got some dangerous weapons. I mean,
that passing game got to start going.
What division they in? Because I'd be.
They're in the same division. They have an easy division. They got divisions with the Colts, the Texans, and the Jaguars. So that division unlocked.
Yeah. They're in the AFC or NFC?
That's the AFC team.
All right, good. I don't want no part of them, man. They
could potentially beat up on each other.
They could potentially get on, and Derrick Henry need 2 and 3 people to take him down, man.
The AFC tough, boy. The AFC really tough.
And Julio is an all-world right there. He can get the ball time.
Yeah,
You're talking about this game? They robbed him, I think, of
Yeah,
a
they did.
touchdown.
Of
They
a
robbed him of a
touchdown.
touchdown.
They
I
did.
saw that.
They did.
And if I did get that out of it, my fantasy matchup. So they
Womp,
just
womp,
essentially robbed me too.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But
And
with
then
that pick,
that
I picked the Titans. Krillin picked the Titans. And
That's a
Sans
good
picked the Seahawks. Oh, boy.
Who was down by the day?
Yeah. I guess that's
Our
the
next game.
Look,
Our next game, we had Chiefs and Ravens. This was the Sunday night matchup between Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes.
Hey,
all right, let me see.
Everybody picked the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad decision to go against the Chiefs, but
Yeah, it is.
Lamar had something
Boy.
to prove, bro.
Lamar
But he
was
had something to
Lamar Jackson. I stopped watching the game because his decision making, for me, is ridiculous. Cheaper the Baltimore Ravens. Fire him and hire me. I'm sure I can make better decisions than him. I watch it. No Grayling and Sans, listen to me. I watched Lamar Jackson look off a wide open target. At least he play look him off. Turn around, fling the ball in the middle of the field, and
Yeah,
try
I
to
saw
put the
that.
ball in the two defenders. I said,
I
wait,
saw that.
I go in the bed. This is it for me. I can't take it.
This
He is
decision
swinging for
making
the fences.
and IQ isn't the best, but that's where he makes up with when he puts the ball down, because I don't even think he trusts some of the throws he makes sometimes. Because you, like I say, some of them players, when you ride, if you're watching it on TV live, you'd be like, oh, he's slinging the ball deep. But then when you watch that camera would just be behind the QBs, and then you see him drop back in the replay, and you look down the field, you'd be like, so you only see them three fellas around your receiver. Like, why would you throw that as a QB? Why would you sit back there and still throw that ball?
Yeah.
Three defenders around that way. Anyway, everything cool.
I mean, when sometimes low fans, as you know, the defense is sometimes disguised coverages too. So it's very tricky playing in the NFL, but they get all kind of cover twos.
Yeah, it isn't easy for sure.
You know what I mean? So, but still, man, you see these defenses all the time. I mean, I couldn't believe it when he threw the ball down the middle of the field from two defenders. I said, "Wait, you gotta be joking."
I think must be the first drive of the game. He threw like a pick six, and I was like,
The first one, fix it. I said,
this how you can start the game off? I say, well, this could be a rough night. But
Boy,
all in all,
he turned on.
yeah, all in all, he found a way to pull it off and get it done.
That was the first time he beat Mahomes ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we don't give
fuck
defenses.
Yeah, fuck Mahomes.
And he low trouble.
Yeah, a little trouble.
Yeah, and
He
he
playing around, but he pun is a shame.
and they was in danger going 0-2 for the first time in the Harbaugh era.
Yeah.
They didn't. You got to give credit to Harbaugh for trusting this guy. You know, like we can put the ball in your hands, live or die. He will win us this game. And like I say, he had something to prove, right? And he just going to win the game for them.
What he needed to prove is he could make better decisions with the flipping football. Something
Yeah,
to
he
prove.
should have taken his check down. Or he should have run that.
And postseason play, regular season play, he all right. And postseason play is where everything really falls apart for him. So it's a good win, but you know, like you said, you can need more.
Something they could take into the next week.
Yeah, definitely a good win. Definitely a good win.
The last game. This was a game I never thought should have been in this position on our schedule. But like I said, this is a democracy now. I guess it's a new wave around here. And they picked the Bills and Dolphins to be in one of the featured games. And I came in, and this was already in. And I look at that. I look at that. I say, "Boy, y'all serious?" And Graylin agreed. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is two good defenses.
Just say you
blah,
didn't.
blah.
You
I was
just
like,
wanted to see Tom Brady in one of the
one-sided.
future games.
I mean, I did say that compared to this. This was very one-sided, bro. Like, you could say, oh, because of Tua injury, right?
I mean,
Like
we could. We looked. It is because of that.
The Bills have a good offense and a good defense. The Dolphins only have a good defense. So when your offense get on the field and your offense turn the ball over, your offense can't get first downs, your offense stuff, that magnifies the other team defense that is already good. So, like I said, I just didn't see this game being close, and I picked the Bills by a mile because I was like, that's what I saw. And then y'all do is saying, oh, this can be pretty close. Not pretty close, but y'all say this was going to be closer than Falcons.
But you thought that was going to be a blow, yes.
And the score was 35-0.
0. Yeah.
They couldn't kick a field goal.
I mean, Tua went down though. I mean, like how you can't
don't make it feel like Tua is freaking Aaron Rodgers.
But that's a starting point guard. If the Buccaneers starting point guard, starting quarterback coming down, what would happen?
Exactly. So you're trying to say Tom Brady's effect to Tua's effect is the same level?
No.
But what? So who else on that team? We just said we couldn't even name when you asked us on the show. We couldn't name the wide receiver. Well, we didn't know. We couldn't even wide receiver 2, nor the running back.
That's why I told you going into the game, their offense was so weak that it wasn't going to be close.
That is only 2.
You definitely ain't gonna name them this week. They don't need to do that.
Really, they trash, bro. And I think they're going up against the Dolphins. Got a hard schedule. I think they got a big team this week coming up too, boy. And then I think they got the Buccaneers.
Shout out Damien and MC, boy. Y'all the real MVPs, bro.
Yeah, boy. Y'all loyal, boy.
The niggas is garbage.
Hey, y'all girlfriends don't have nothing to worry about.
Yo,
loyalty. They ain't been since before the Bahamas was independent.
I dog them so loyal. But you should see them out there being full shape. Pants. They have the orange socks. I saw a fella last week with a helmet, with a dolphin helmet on, sitting at the bar. And I say, boy, wow.
No. Hey, son, y'all know what this bug be, boy? Listen to me, boy. My boy, every like 12:45, 1 o'clock, dolphin time.
Wait, they so confident in this team? I don't understand.
Woo! Boy, listen to me. I aspire to have the confidence that the Dolphin fans have in their team. Boy, listen to me. I told Beaton, honestly, from 2003, we won the championship. That's when I jumped on that bandwagon, right? But I was a child then. So I've been rolling with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. I remember niggas, they call me a fool. They said, but you still doing with Tampa? But that's my team.
And you win another one before the Dolphins.
I win another one. Wait, they never see. Wait, they haven't seen a Super Bowl since before the Bahamas Independent Bowl. Put that in perspective, boy.
Why you keep saying that? Why are you using that as
that's how long it is.
As a reference point, but like, I mean, I get it.
Wait, this could be one of the rare times I have to side with Xperts on this, because at the end of the day, right? But we didn't expect the Dolphins to win. Now nobody expected the Dolphins to win. Let's just say that. Right?
Let me look at my picks. Yeah, everybody picked the Bills.
Everybody picked the Bills. But at the end of the day, dog, I understand you're missing Tua, but you guys score 0, boy. You guys score 0. Give me 3. Give me 3 at least. Don't score 0.
But you ain't even got to get 3/4 away of the field to kick a field goal. But if you get anywhere around the 40, and you start, but first of all, you starting on the 25. That means you only need about another 30 yards to kick a field goal. Come on.
They got some young niggas. They got some young niggas right now kicking 60 yards like it's nothing, right? I see one boy on the house of highlights. They need to go find him.
They got to get close enough to. You got to get close enough to kick a 60-yarder. Fellas, them can't cross midfield.
You could like a 63-yard yesterday.
How you starting on a 25 and can't cross the 50?
But I mean, dog, you just asking for 3 points, but I ain't asking for no 10. You just asking for 3, dog. You could have put D.W. Davis up there yesterday, and they'd have had the same score. 35-0.
Hey.
So what's the records at the end of the week? I mean, at the end of this week.
At the end of the week,
you finish what?
I finished 12-3. My 3 bad picks were the Saints, the Chargers against the Cowboys, and then the third one I picked that I lost was the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Now, all us lose the Chiefs, but I ended week 12-3.
I ended week 10
10
and
and
5.
5.
I mean, I want to go back and see if I picked the 49ers.
Yeah,
if
we
so,
can roll
then
that
that's
back.
11 and 4. But so for now, let's say 10 and 5.
And Sans scrap over 500 with a little 8 and 7. Guys. But a lot of those games were close. The only thing people don't know that's all being. I don't understand that being. But the problem is, like, we had a lot of upsets this week, and I picked a lot of upsets this week because, like I said, for right now, besides Derrick Henry, who obviously had a point to prove, the passing team right now is gonna take over for like the first 4 weeks of the season until people get their running game up and going. So we had a lot of upsets. Well, the Jets, I don't know. He picked the Jets. He wanted to lose that one. But the Eagles, the Steelers, and being upset by the Ravens, the Saints being upset by the Panthers. Yeah, there's a couple of upsets that well, I don't think the Bengals Bears was upset, but it was upset for y'all. Chiefs being upset. So this was an upset week where guys just got upset. But,
yeah, this was a tough week for real. This was it wasn't as straightforward as everyone thought it was going to be.
No, it wasn't no winners week. So Vegas, boy, I know Vegas hot this week because if a lot of underdogs win this week, boy, that ain't looking good for them. But that's the name of the game. Yeah, this week coming up, we should have some good games again. If you want to know who we pick, you got to tune in on Sunday. We drop our Sunday picks before the NFL Sunday ticket. That comes on, I think Pun drops that on the Xperts page, on the Solid Podcast page. You could go and follow that, and we drop that on that before the game. And so during the game, you could look for certain points that we bring up, certain things. Also, our game of the week before we get into our stats and analysis about what's going on in the league. I also want to shout out Rev again for the opportunity to bring that to you guys every week, every Sunday. But yeah, NFL was fun. Let's cross over to the dog. Where the bread and butter is made. The NBA.
Oh,
we got mini camps. Well, not official mini camps. We got Man Lovin', huh?
Yeah, Man Lovin' mini camps going on.
Man Lovin' mini camps going on. Fellas leaving their wives at home to meet up in Vegas. Probably sharing one room and everything. Westbrook bring he dresses and blouses.
Right. No, let me ask you a question, babe.
Careful.
Be real with me, dog. How do you continue to pull for the purple and gold, knowing, like, for me, like, that's still my team, but I can't pull for LeBron, bro. I might as well be real.
No, man, the hate can't be that strong, man.
Hold on now.
He could win but 10 chips there, and I wouldn't recognize one of them.
This is a great question, and I try to answer this almost every time because it's hard. But this is my answer. My answer is I do not pull for LeBron. I never have, never will. I pull for the Lakers. LeBron just happens to be a player on the Lakers. At the end of the day, I still don't like him. I don't like how he plays. I don't be into all this looking for calls and, I being smart because I could bait people into giving me calls and it's smart to draw a foul and arc out so you could get a flagrant, kick guys out. No. I want you to keep that guy in there. When he give you a flagrant, like when Roger Bell clothesline Kobe, keep him in the game because now I want you to torch him. Like, that's how I want the mentality to be. I don't want you, kick him out of the game. He hit me in my eye. Look. But it's hard.
It ain't LeBron to me, no. It ain't LeBron to me.
It's the fans.
That is a problem too. And I have to separate it. I keep
I have a
telling people.
delusional friend. His name is Sebastian Cartwright. Someone tag him, please. If anyone is watching this that knows him and can tag him, and then take a video clip of this. That he is so delusional. This man talked down to the Lakers from we was in
For years.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like with them. That's what I don't like
You
with
didn't
them.
even tell me. As soon as LeBron walked through the door, everybody get on Lakers jerseys. Right?
LeBron
You gotta have
fans,
more pride than that.
LeBron fans and
Right.
Lakers fans have never mixed. Like they
No.
never ever mix. Like you could never ever, because we always had Kobe, so we always had an opposite of LeBron. So we never mix with them. And then, like you say, LeBron start. Oh, his private jet is flying to LA. Before LeBron touching LA, fellas had. Oh, but what you think we can do? I say we. Wait, please come from around me. Like that whole. Oh, what
No.
we can do? You think we can get Kawhi?
No,
Oh,
but
you think we can get
I agree.
It's like.
I agree that you gotta have more pride than that. I was a Chris Paul fan, and when Chris Paul almost got traded to the Lakers with Kobe, I already started looking for another team, bro. Like that's how much. If you was a Laker hater, you was a Laker hater for life. You can't just jump on the bandwagon because your favorite player gone there. No, it don't work. I was legit looking for a new team. So I don't get how they could just.
He deal with another new age fans, right? So these dudes,
Yeah, they ain't loyal, but they shine.
They find the players,
Yeah,
they find
that's right,
the
though.
narratives. And that's why I try to tell you, again, George Henry says all the time, like, basketball ain't Dragon Ball Z. It ain't no Superman versus Batman. It's real life, boy. These real teams playing against each other. So when y'all think one man could go to a team and all of a sudden, or everybody could bow down to him and they can never lose no championship, it don't work like that.
Yeah,
It don't work
be
like
on
that.
that run.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, now, at the same time, don't be delusional. I had someone tell me that the Lakers was better off keeping Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, and Kyle Kuzma and trading LeBron. Hey, don't be delusional, right? I understand you hate LeBron, but don't take it that far, right? Don't take it that far. But at the end of the day, LeBron is enough for probably until retirement, so it's an interesting thing to see. What y'all think about that?
I wanna just go back to the Ronnie point. I mean, I feel like Omar say, rest in peace, Michael Williams. You gotta have a code, bro. You gotta have some kind of morals. You gotta have some kind of standard.
Yeah.
You can't just
LeBron fans don't have no standard.
And but the thing is, I used to always say Kobe fans are the most delusional fans in the world.
Of course not.
Kobe fans, this was before. This was before LeBron fans pop on the scene. Kobe fans, bro, they was so. I always say Kobe is next to Beyonce in terms of fans level of craziness,
Hold on.
Level of loyalty. Kobe fans,
loyalty.
Everything like
delusional.
Kobe. Why? I have a dude on my Facebook who's called Kobe Daddy, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, it's
niggas is called regular daddy now.
It's extreme, bro. Like, but I gotta agree. LeBron, when it comes to delusion, but LeBron fans say
they take the cake.
But it's my first time admitting this. But LeBron fans say, but they different, bro.
It's a different level, but I don't understand it, but I understand it.
But you got Kobe fans saying like Kobe is a goat and this, like they delusion, but it don't be on no level as LeBron fans. Real.
No, but at the same time, Kobe fans already came off that notion after the whole, like you said, it has to be Kobe. If he maintained that level that he was at, could have been the GOAT. The problem is after the Achilles, Kobe just came back to keep proving a point that he could play after the Achilles, but it wasn't really at that level. So at that point, those last like 2-3 seasons, we started to realize that if Kobe ain't gonna end his career strong,
right? See, and you know what?
Realize that,
and that's why Michael Jordan. I don't know who was in charge of his career, but he was so strategic. The way he retire on top. Come on, bro. Let's be real. Nobody, no NBA player.
Jordan was
NBA
in charge of his
No,
decision.
Jordan had advisors and stuff. You think Jordan was one to say, "Hey, let's document my
And how much
practices
people
and stuff," and let's.
Jordan used to listen to.
The
No, but
first
like, if
time,
you,
the first
Jordan
time
daddy
he was
couldn't
bored.
tell him what to do.
Listen, the first time he was bored. The first time he
No, the
retired.
first time was actually that whole situation.
no, that's
You
just a
old man.
story. I don't believe that. The first time he was
Okay.
born.
Okay.
First time he was bored. You all right?
I never
You could say
get
it's a
bored
situation,
winning.
but you say it's a situation, but I mean,
Bill
you
Russell
wanna play
didn't get
baseball.
bored winning.
Like if he was truly, all right, let's say this. If it's truly about that situation, I think he'd do nothing. He'd go and play baseball or the whole thing. He's
Baseball
bored. He's
was
No,
trying to
because
find.
they say that his
Baseball
daddy
was
always
what his
wanted him to
daddy
play
wanted him to do.
baseball.
Yeah.
So he
Okay, cool.
because
Whatever.
his whole career is like a PR stunt, but like my daddy always wanted me to play baseball, so I can go. Like someone was
Right.
advising him, like
He was
He
on
was a
top.
guy who really did what he wanted to do.
He was
he's a
on top.
guy. But he was on top, right? And then he left the first time.
Yeah.
And then he came back. But my point, what I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make,
left field, bro.
the point I'm trying to make is, you love the game so much for you to retire that early on top. That's hard to do. Let's be real. That's why Kobe couldn't do it. Kobe wanted to. Kobe wanted to retire on top, but that love for the game and the fact that you have more, the fact that you still can beat everybody in the league. Why are you leaving?
Kobe
My thing is, and that's my thing.
He had something to
Even with
chase.
Jordan, everybody said Jordan was the ultimate competitor. So why would you think that if Jordan is the ultimate competitor, finally getting the torch passed him from Magic and Bird them from the 80s into the 90s, now you come here and you dominate your first 3 NBA finals, and then you think all of a sudden, abruptly, no injury, no age factor, no nothing, you in your 20s, late 20s, prime. Oh, I think I can shut it down. Obviously, there's something different going on
But
that
you
we
remember-
would probably never know until he
remember-
died, and they'll probably read it on this will or something.
Obviously, it could be speculation, but you remember what he said after he won the 3rd championship? He was like, "Wait, I set out to do something that Magic and Larry never did, which was 3-peat. I set out to do that, right, Jordan? So it's all about chasing greatness. But at that point, Jordan felt validated. I won 3 championships. I got 3 Finals MVPs. I got multiple MVPs. I did something that Magic and Larry never did. So, of course,
agree.
I felt at that point in time, he had some type of contentment. Now, did I say he was finished? No.
The problem
Did I
with
say at that
ultimate
point in time,
competitors,
he had some type
It's
of satisfaction.
it's a drug. It's almost like people with money. Like you see people say, "Oh well, my ultimate goal was to make $1 million." When you touch that first million, you know what your next goal is? To make 2, to make 5, to make 10, to make 50, to make 100. So
Right. See, but my point
his
is,
goal
Jordan.
was
That's the case.
to beat Larry and pick him.
See, but
No,
no,
the
but
second time was more political now.
no, but
Don't
if you
forget.
think about it, he wouldn't have retired the second time. The reason he did is because he wanted to remain on top. If you go out on top, no one ever sees your downfall.
That
We
is true.
seen Kobe, like you say, Kobe was up there until we saw Kobe's downfall. Until we saw Kobe missing all them shots, we was like, shit, seeing the Kobe we know. If we never saw that, Kobe would have been higher in our books.
And Isaiah Thomas said that
Still
before.
pretty high.
The
But,
legend Isaiah Thomas. He said that before. I would rather
later.
retire on top than go out and average 17, 16 points a game, right?
Yeah.
That's solid. But if I ain't on top, then it ain't no fun for me no more. And for some people, that's how it is. If they ain't on top, it ain't no fun. Now, in
Kobe said it too. Kobe said that too, but he just didn't do it. But he said he's not going to retire averaging 12 points a game. Today, he averaged 12 points a game. He leaving the NBA.
Yeah,
Ronnie, I send you the YouTube link.
And Kobe's situation, he was trying to chase Jordan, but he was trying to get 1 more ring or 2 more rings to possibly beat out Jordan. That's why he impressed upon the Lakers to get Dwight Howard, to get Steve Nash, to re-up Power Sword, because at the end of the day, he really wanted 1 more chance. But after the Achilles injury, I really believe that put everything in perspective for Kobe, because you notice his talk started changing a lot after Achilles injury. He just like, hey, I content with my career. I happy with my career. I think he realized, like, right?
Let me motivate the young guys. Let me be a for us in the locker room. When he know in his prime he was cursing niggas out. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, but I can destroy myself if I continue to fight for this. This ain't happening no more. So let me just be all right with where he is right now.
Now, like I said, the second retirement of Jordan was more political because they wasn't planning on bringing Pippen back, and obviously, like I said, like
Jerry Krause, rest in
Jerry
peace,
Krause was saying he didn't even want to bring Phil back, and Jordan was like, "So you gonna rebuild after I came out of retirement and win you 3 more championships? Now you can tell me you can trade Pippen for T Mac, who, in hindsight, boy, T Mac is a hell of a player, but that ain't Jordan player. I don't want him. I good with Pippen. And obviously, I win with Pippen. I good with Pippen. You and T Mac could go about your business. So that second retirement was political. Then he came back again. Don't make it seem like, oh, Jordan retired on top and stayed on that. Don't forget Jordan came back again. Now that third time, that was marketing. Because at that point in time, Jordan was also a part owner of the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get the ratings up, in order to get the money up, in order to get all that, he just came back. But he still was torching guys. Jordan wasn't out there just averaging 10, 12 points. Jordan was still giving fellas the business. That was amazing.
But that second point, which you brought up with the second retirement being political, I think people underestimate how much that happens inside the NBA.
Oh yeah,
a lot of times you have teams who have prolonged
backstories,
success, right? And I think it probably happens across all sports, but I'll just say the NBA for sure because we saw it with Jordan. Teams have prolonged success, and oftentimes the owners and the general managers, they feel as if they are the reason why it's happening. And and that's a big problem in the NBA because the players are the people on the court making things happen. So for Jerry Krause, he felt as if, despite what he had on the team, I'm bigger than Jordan. I create this team, and I could create another championship team without you. And that's where a lot of dynasties usually fall because the owners and all that get prideful. I think we're seeing that now even with Golden State. But the owners and things decide to say, oh, hey, we created another championship team. We could create a next one. Kevin Durant, you can go. You know what I mean? Klay Thompson injured, whatever. We ain't gonna get no replacement for him or whatever the case may be. We could draft our players who we want to draft, and that's how dynasties start to fall.
While we are on the topic of Golden State, Draymond and a couple draft picks for Ben Simmons is my prediction for the season start. Ben Simmons don't say he ain't showing up there. He never played in Philadelphia.
He said he ain't showing up the training camp. So
Dog say he ain't playing another game in Philadelphia. We all know that Ben Simmons have a house in LA and he is not going back to Philly. I don't even think he can go back to Philly because fellas, he can't go back to Philly right now. They'll wait to the airport for him if that plane land in Philly with Ben Simmons on it.
He can't go out to Philly. Philly newspapers trashing him. The media trashing him, right? So he can't go back, and he don't want to go back. But
the ideal trade would be Draymond, since he won't run on with everybody, with Durant talking about management. I would put Draymond in the package with maybe Wiggins or with whoever needs to be gone, and I trade him for Ben Simmons since he won't talk about or they messed this up.
They messed it. But
go suffer in silence and let him be a choke you out in practice.
I no, but they wouldn't even trade him down. They trade him to somewhere where they know he can't win. He possibly could win in Philly.
Like a 3-team trading. They can make a 3-team trade.
Send him to the Cavs or something. Some shit like that.
Both teams. Philly don't want to trade Ben Simmons to a team that he could possibly win as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So I think Philly would rather trade him to like a Sacramento or something like that. But the problem with Philly have right now is everybody know the price low with Ben Simmons. Like everybody know you have to get rid of him. The dude ain't showing up for training camp, none of that stuff. So no one can offer you nothing of value.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because they know you have to get rid of him, right?
That's why they give up Draymond.
They probably wouldn't even give up Draymond. Yeah.
You can hear me now?
You can hear me now. Yeah.
And Maury's still
Loaf.
trying to find a way to give value to that trade, but he ain't on that.
Yeah, he done lose that.
I feel
No
like
one-
he need to lose that one. I need to accept that.
No one is gonna take that trade, boy. Ain't nobody want Draymond, boy.
Not that these fellas is talk. Not
Nobody
not,
wants
Why is he still in
Draymond.
the league?
not the heart and soul of.
Why is he
talking
still in
about
the
now?
league?
We talking about the captain and the playmaker of the Golden State Warriors?
See?
Listen,
Simple.
people
It's
want-
him right there.
people-
It's him right friggin' there.
Is it graded? Is this graded?
At that price.
Listen, don't make it
talking
seem
about?
like. Listen to me, Draymond is
Jail
in
been
the,
hard for Grayling, boy.
is in a league of his own in terms of players of non-scorers. That dude brings the defensive intensity wherever he goes. Warriors wouldn't win.
Where has he been?
Warriors wouldn't win a championship without the defense that they had, and Draymond was the capitalist of that defense. Like you think it was just shooting? You think it was just Curry just shooting? You think Curry so just walk on the court and shooting? Curry comes off.
These the guys who go so deep.
Curry comes off
that
several
they believe
screens.
in all these
No.
other crap.
Curry
Sarge,
comes off several
please,
screens of possession.
Sarge, please.
Who's the playmaking for him?
Hey, so
Hey,
Stephen
hey,
Curry is so great because Draymond sets so much screens and get him.
Wow.
No, what I'm saying is Draymond is a valuable piece of Stephen Curry's success. That's what I'm saying.
Stop.
Great.
Stop this man, boy.
No, he is. No, let's not talk as if they didn't have Drake,
No.
they would have win those championships. Anybody saying that right now?
I was agreeing with you until you make a mention of his offensive impact.
Boy,
You can
we
put-
ain't
you
saying
can put-
he is a minor piece to their championship run, you know. You know what I mean?
So what you saying?
I just saying, boy, that nigga is trash, boy.
That's all
He's
we
trash.
say.
What makes him
That's
trash?
all we
Okay,
say.
what makes him trash? Because
Wait,
he's
the
a
nigga's
great
trash.
scorer.
Boy,
Dude was almost
the-
defensive player of the year this year.
hold
Yeah,
on.
last year.
Hold on, low.
Almost now.
Let's
Yeah,
remind.
You could be trash and be a defensive player of the year candidate. That's possible.
Really?
Let's remind Graylin what the game is actually about.
It has always been and forever will be about buckets.
No one cares about defense.
This game will
Defense.
always be
This-
about buckets, bro.
You are the reason why
The
the
reason
league
why
is going the
defense
way
is so
it's going
important
now.
It's because
Hey.
defense tries to stop you
Hey,
From getting
buckets.
buckets. So those
I
who
don't
stop
even- I don't even-
those who prevent buckets have are valuable as well. No.
to
I stopped teaching defense in my school.
Oh Jesus.
I blame you, Ronnie.
Really?
I say, hey,
Draymond is a great defensive player, right? He's a
Defensive
great defensive player. Great defensive player. Offense, he's a zero, boy. And that's how
He's a zero.
You could put me and
Lucky he
you,
didn't say negative.
right? You could put me and you on the call with Steph and Clay, and we get 6 assists.
hey, listen to
And
me.
that's what I've been telling fellas.
Draymond
That's
is
my
the-
point.
This what you forgetting. Draymond is the coach on the floor. Steph
Stop
don't come
it.
down and make the plays.
Oh my
Draymond does.
No,
Draymond is the coach on the floor.
Listen. Summer.
Okay.
Draymond is the coach on the floor because if you don't put the
Yes,
ball in
someone the coach, Graylin.
Graylin.
he's essentially
Okay.
useless on offense.
Okay,
The only reason
Let
you
me
get
ask
someone
you
to
this.
Draymond is if you put the ball in the yard.
Why when
That's why he's the
let me
coach.
ask you this,
But
Graylin.
why when Stephen Clay and all that wasn't there, he couldn't continue to be the coach on
Yeah.
the floor with
He was
Quinn
the
He was
coach.
not coaching then.
He
Yeah,
was the
what he-
coach.
and what he
But
coached them to.
if you coaching people with no skill, then what gonna happen?
Oh, so what's more important?
Both are important. None
Hey,
wins
both
without the
are-
other. None
you can
win
even-
without the other.
You couldn't even
No.
squeeze that equally
So
important note. He got to say
so
equally.
Loaf is the one. Loaf is saying that Loaf is saying that the Warriors win without Draymond. Anybody else saying that?
I don't believe that. I don't believe they
You
win.
believe that, Ronnie? Do the Warriors win those 3 championships without Draymond?
Take it
I
or
don't
leave
believe
it.
that.
The KD ones, the KD ones, yeah. But
I just gonna say
2015, do they win without Draymond?
81.
Yes.
The one without KD.
Time out, time out. Not even the KD ones, because the Rockets had the Warriors number that last one. But what was 18?
oh, you ain't mean
They wasn't winning that without
Drake.
Drake.
Of course, you would say that with lawn chair, Chris Paul, because that's your favorite player. But
It went to a 7-game series. What are you talking
what
about?
happened in Game 7?
And the Rockets was up at the half.
James Harden didn't get off the bus in Game 7.
Point is, the Rockets was up at the half in Game 7. Go ahead, Sas.
Draymond was not the reason that they won that series.
No, but Draymond's the Warriors. Here's my point: the Warriors would have had zero defense if not for Draymond.
Boy,
on 3 of the championships.
No. In the KDS, that's not true. That's not true.
Here's the thing: was KD playing defense on OKC?
Yes.
No.
No, we talking about Golden State. He was much
okay. So I wonder why KD all of a sudden played defense on the Warriors.
It wasn't all of a sudden, man. Come on.
Because he had championship aspirations.
Exactly.
Because he had Draymond to hold him accountable.
Okay,
KD play defense. The only difference is Draymond.
You can't on like KD was you can't on like Dog was like mellow.
KD was noticeably better on the Warriors on defensively.
Hey,
listen to me.
But you gotta
he even played some 5 at some point.
You gotta stop this madness, boy.
Draymond is one of the best in the NBA. He's probably the best in the NBA on defense, right?
Not the
on
best.
Offense,
one of the best.
On offense.
Kawhi is the best defensive player in the NBA.
Kawhi is not the best.
Hey, when I say that last week, fellas get dead mad at me. But
Kawhi is not the best.
Kawhi don't play defense no more. Kawhi stop playing defense like 3
and Kawhi only plays individual defense. Kawhi doesn't make his team.
I want you to watch.
I ain't come here to make nobody else different. Man, these get separate paychecks for a reason.
Which best player Kawhi got? Kawhi don't got best players anymore. When Luka was talking.
No, yeah, because he's. Yeah, but that's because that's why. That's because you can't have your best offensive player playing the best offensive player in the opposing team because then he's gonna get in foul trouble. And that's why they do that, not because
they don't put Kawhi on the best player also too because of strategy. When you have Hacksaw, Patrick Beverly there, and he could pick up easy fouls, why would I put Kawhi there and I could rest him like Graham said? He's my best offensive player. I can put
put PG. Niggas is
and I can put PG there. Exactly. So my thing is, if I don't have to, I can. But don't say he can't.
No, but at the same time, you
could stop big players.
I think he don't play defense.
He don't. Right, and that's my point. We can't call him the best defensive player in the league if he does not do it. Whether he can do it or not.
He's one of the. He's still one of the
Draymond Green. No one is to Lowe's point, but put him in a pocket. No one wants him. He cannot score the basketball. Okay,
that's all that matters.
This is the modern NBA. You need to be able to know how to shoot the ball.
You need to be able to know how to stop buckets too.
Tell me why Ben Simmons stock so low then.
Okay.
Don't forget now, Ben Simmons was defensive of the year.
Hold on now.
Defensive player of the year candidate as well.
Don't say Ben Simmons. Don't say his stock is so low. His stock ain't as high as it should be, but it's not low. And his stock
is still higher than Draymond Green right now.
Because he's younger. But don't say his stock is so low. Like you ain't trading Ben Simmons for Colin Sexton.
The only reason that Ben Simmons' own is higher than Draymond is because he's younger.
And Ben Simmons is a good trade, but
that's what I'm saying. Like he make it seem like it's that low. Like his stock ain't that low. Like it wouldn't trade for Colin Sexton.
Grayling, you saying that Draymond's Green stock is not higher than Ben Simmons because of age?
That's the only thing?
That's not the only thing, but Lowe said why isn't it as high? And I'm saying Ben Simmons is younger, so his stock naturally is going to be higher.
Draymond Green is trash.
Yeah, he just trash, bro. Like don't make it seem like it's
I'm you didn't even come up with no. You didn't even see this. That's my issue with sides. They didn't even come up with no facts, no points. They just saying this.
Okay. You want Fox? You want Fox? You want to
come up with a point? Okay, what's the point?
In order to be good. In order to be a valuable piece in this modern NBA right now, the game has changed, my friend. It's long changed. Stephen Curry has changed the game, point blank, period. They are very
Steph changed the game.
For the shooting, for the shooting age, right?
Okay.
To be a contributing, what's the word I'm looking for? To contribute to your team, but you have to score. You have to be able to put points on the board, but you got to be able to shoot a 3-pointer. Draymond Green.
Draymond,
that's what you teaching them kids. That's what you teaching them kids over there.
You think you can
Put the
make the
ball in.
league now without knowing how to shoot?
Just focus on buckets. Nothing else.
Focus on
Don't get
bro.
buckets then. Don't get buckets then and see how far you
You
make
can-
it.
Wait,
I try to be real with it.
Okay,
If
be real.
you cannot say that Draymond Green is a coach on the floor if you don't really provide nothing on offense. You can't already say that.
But how you
On
saying he don't
offense-
provide nothing on offense? Zero?
What does he provide, bro?
Draymond don't-
See, you cannot rate Draymond when he has Clay, Durant, and Steph. Rate Draymond when Clay, Durant, and Steph is not on the court. And like you say, well, he don't have no talent. Yeah, but
So
you
let me
say
ask
he's a
you a
coach.
question.
A
Okay,
coach
so
has the coach talent.
Let me ask you a
Clay, he
question.
don't have no talent.
Go ahead.
Okay, so if you replace Draymond with someone like I'm
Ben
gonna choose
Simmons.
I'm gonna choose a play. Ben Simmons is an all-star. We didn't even be as far as I'm concerned, Draymond ain't even all-star caliber. So I ain't comparing him to
I
all-star.
was mad. I was
Okay.
mad when he made them all-star
Okay,
games.
so
Okay.
let's talk
Go
about
ahead,
someone
go
who
ahead,
was
go
less than an all-star, like Andrew Wiggins. This is the same effect.
I mean, Andrew Wiggins said nah, though.
Yeah, but Clay wasn't there. So without Draymond, you got Andrew Wiggins with Clay and Steph. Is it the same effect?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
they-
No, it ain't
Even-
the same because it ain't the same for me because Draymond provides defense, like you say, he provides defense, and then, but at the same time, you could still admit Andrew Wiggins is a much better offensive player than he is.
Scorer.
Andrew
Andrew Wiggins will play make better than Draymond. I don't see it. No, Andrew Wiggins is not that nice.
Grayling.
You know why?
Andrew
You know
Wiggins
why?
is
The only
Really?
reason why you say Andrew Wiggins is not as good as Draymond is because Andrew Wiggins is not gonna pass up his shot to wait for Steph to come run around the court for 20 seconds to give him the
And the
ball.
only
But he
and
couldn't
the
do
reason
that.
why
But that's a
Draymond
winning
passed the
formula.
shot is why low.
Not for freaking me.
That's where.
Why you think Andrew Wiggins making 27 million a year?
That's where
Not by
Draymond
waiting
that's
for.
where that's where Draymond has to be. Sometimes in ball, you need players who willing to say,
To
"I'm
sacrifice
trying to
themselves.
score
Hey,
because I want
No,
the best player."
here's my point. Okay,
no,
I have
I
another-
wouldn't mind
Thank you,
sacrificing
thank you.
if I couldn't shoot the basketball.
Thank
Exactly.
you,
But
Sam.
that's
Okay,
good.
here's another
That's
point.
good.
Here's another point. So Rondo
make him
was
a
not
good passer.
valuable. Rondo was
Huh?
never valuable in the league because Rondo was far from a bucket getter.
But listen,
Hold on now. Hold
I
on
don't
now.
But he could have
Don't
penetrated.
say no. Don't say he far from a bucket getter.
Penetrating, then what?
He could
Pick it up.
penetrate.
He
and
could
then
get
pass.
that. No, he used to get
He could
layups too
penetrate.
now.
And he can
Rondo was
Rondo
not a
gets-
bucket man.
He get more buckets than Draymond.
Brilliant. Let me paint a picture. Let me paint a picture for you. Paint a picture.
Good.
You could be on Brooklyn right now, right? You could be the starting point guard of Brooklyn right now, and you may have a more positive impact than a player who better than you. You know why? Because you would be on Brooklyn and
Just play
Let's
on
say-
what team?
Dog would just come past half court and wait on James Harden.
let me throw a player out there. So let me say who's the player? Who's the player name? Let's say Rozier, right? Let's say Rozier. Rozier harder than you, right? Obviously,
Mhm.
right? But
No, okay, but hold on. We could actually figure because okay, let's say Mike Jeans versus Rozier.
right? But you would be a more valuable player for Brooklyn because at the end of the day, you would not take shots away from Kyrie, Durant, and Harden, who are the best players. Whereas Rozier would probably do that, right? So
Mhm.
for Brooklyn, they would say, we need to play Grayling more because he's going to make sure our best players get the ball. You
And
understand?
Rozier
And that
wouldn't.
would make you better for them.
Exactly.
That's-
Rozier won't
that's
come
the-
and shoot. But
Yeah,
that
that's
still
the
don't
Draymond
make
effect.
that still don't make you
And
better
that,
than
but that,
Rozier.
But that don't-
but that in a
But that don't
sense
make you
is
better than them.
right.
make
But
you
that
better.
in but that in a
Rozier
sense
still
is
get
still value. But that's still value though. And you know what? You know what
Like
makes
Mario
value?
Thomas.
You know what makes
Like
value?
Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, like
That's
Chalmers.
like Mario
Use the
Chalmers.
Chalmers. Use the
You know,
Chalmers.
you know
in
what?
the
No, there was a lot of Chalmers was easily replaceable. You know what makes value? The fact that there aren't many people like you. There aren't many people that would give up all the ball and give it up in a way because it ain't just about okay, see that stuff. It's about creating the plays for Steph. It's about making sure that the timing.
I
The
believe that Ben
timing-
Simmons could do it.
No, Ben Simmons can play make
Ben Simmons
better,
will come in
better
that
than
role and
Ben Simmons
fill
could play
that
make-
position
Hey,
Ben
so
Simmons
good.
can play make better than Draymond.
Hey,
100%.
Hey,
1,000%. Yeah,
Honest defense is
I gotta go
good.
roll some footage back, boy, because
and his defense is good. Yeah,
I don't think me
So
and
I
Grayling
feel-
was watching the same thing.
And like you say, he younger.
no, but
So imagine Ben Simmons in that role now,
I
coming
agree.
off, and you know Ben Simmons ain't looking to shoot. So imagine
Right.
Ben Simmons handling the ball, bringing it down. Steph and Clay running all these mix and match screens, and Ben Simmons hitting you. Wait, Ben
I agree
Simmons would have
100%.
that
Ben Simmons
same
would.
clicking
He
far
would.
better than Draymond. In 6 months, they'll be like, who?
My only argument is that Draymond ain't trash. If I'm the Warriors, I'm making that trade. But my only argument, because Ronnie was saying nobody wants Draymond, and I'm like, nah, you can't say that.
I know one thing. When Draymond go to Philly, you think who he bringing the ball down court and coaching and talking about?
He's a playmaker.
Embiid got his hand up, and Embiid say, listen.
Embiid didn't like that. So, because Ben Simmons don't give it to him all the time.
Wait, listen, Draymond
and Philly, but
values on defense. He basically can't really go to much other teams and do that same thing.
And
because
nothing.
Steph prefers to play off the ball. There's not many stars in the league that prefer to play off the ball.
I just couldn't see that, especially
That's why I was so mad that they passed up on LaMelo Ball when they did.
I thought they passed on LaMelo. I thought that was like a hundred for.
I don't think they wanted to send the wrong message to Steph now. Don't forget, that was before he got his contract extension. And you don't want to make it seem like, hey, I just draft your replacement, or like you didn't want to ruffle no feathers.
Play off the ball.
We understand that, but as an organization, you don't want to take that risk, that scary risk. Because these fellas emotional too.
I personally think,
and Steph might say he want a big.
I personally think it was they draft a fit, which was a big. You should never draft a fit, in my opinion. You should draft best player. And then 2, I think they was intimidated by LeVar. And if you intimidated by LeVar, that's the wrong decision, bro.
Yeah, anybody want to slapping up. You done got Draymond there. You want Lamar too? No, man.
But
LaMelo, Curry,
and that offense, he'd have been dangerous.
And he'd
have been dangerous. I feel like that's a big mistake for him.
Showtime at the Apollo, boy. Because that LaMelo could pass a basketball, son.
Yeah, boy. Jesus.
He's better than Lonzo. But
he do that like he's in sleep.
Told y'all he's better than Lonzo.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's better than Lonzo. Only some niggas be caliber Lonzo. But the thing is, like I say with Draymond, he can't really do that much elsewhere because a lot of stars like to play with the ball in their hands. So if he go to Philly and be like the ball all the time.
All you can do is check Draymond in the corner.
Yeah, and so that's why Ben Simmons and Embiid wasn't really working that well.
Yeah, right? I feel like him in Philly, his shot would have to improve for that to work.
His shot have to improve
and it won't. Yeah.
So, like I feel like he won him, but for the right price though, not for no.
You know how bad it has to be that you on one of the best shooting teams of all time, and the second you get the ball, fellas just turn their back and say, "That's straight." Like he out behind that line, but let Draymond get it. Like you know what it is that Steph passed you the ball, and 2 fellas still on Steph because no one rotates.
Yeah, but I always said. like someone like Rondo, I always said it's best of Rondo not be able to shoot because it makes him a better passer.
It does.
And it's the same with Draymond. Draymond is a great playmaker because he has no other choice. He can't put the ball in the hoop. So his playmaking skills is his only recourse.
Was an amazing playmaker despite him not being able to shoot. But he really was.
I think if Rondo could have scored, he wouldn't have passed as much. I mean, that's only.
I mean, we can't automatically say it because you had guys
no one that could score likes to pass
and elite shooters or scorers.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Ronnie, I agree.
Guys like Steve Nash was like crazy.
Like he's next level.
He don't play no D. He can never give you no defense. But Steve Nash could come down court and give you 15 assists plus give you 20 points.
Yeah.
But and then you gotta remember too, Rondo played very early in Boston too. Right, Rondo's second year.
You know, Scoring get on there. Garnett, them cussing you out.
Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. He have no need to try and score. The only way he could get playing time is if he passed the basketball, and that shaped the rest of his career. And this goes back to what I said y'all before. You gotta know it. You gotta know your role from young, boy. If you don't know your role from young, that could really mess you right up, boy.
Exactly.
That could really mess you up.
That's the problem that Ben Simmons have now.
It is. It is because from young people have been saying Ben Simmons was a star. When in actuality, Ben Simmons is just a really, really good role player. And now he don't know how to transition into being that. You know what I mean? He's still a good player, but he don't know how to transition.
Sounds, if I could interject, I think I wouldn't agree with that statement, right? So I think with a minor improvement to his jump shot. If he could just be able to hit free throws, he would average 25 a game. That would put him into superstar status.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Superstar.
Mhm.
Superstar. You sure you can use that term?
I think I level all star.
I'm not sure.
But Ronnie, I think
He could average, if he had a jump shot, that's LeBron 2.0. Honestly.
okay, but watch this. Look how
Hold on, with a
far
jump
we
shot, he
get
better than
jump
LeBron.
shot.
Cut it out, bro. Cut it out.
But look
I
how
ain't got a
far
jump
we
shot.
get for jump shot.
LeBron barely get a jump shot.
No,
Barely.
but Ben Simmons don't even attempt them.
That's what I'm saying. If he had one of those, if he could get to the free throw line, I think his numbers since last I checked was like 22, 23 a game. If he could knock down free throws at 50%, let's say 60%, he would average 25 points
But
per
you know what
night.
it is to score 20 points and can't shoot and can't hit free throws.
That's why that's why his upside is so amazing, bro. The fact that dude can't shoot and he's all star and he's so good and he can't
And
shoot.
you can't stop him from
Yeah.
getting to the rim, even though you know he can in there.
He
That's
couldn't
his
hit go.
His biggest thing is free throws. That's the biggest next step for me. He got to be able to hit them free throws. Once he hit them free throws, he can feel more confident going to the line. He ain't got to worry about the jump shot too much, right?
But
the biggest thing is free throws.
You wanna know what is run me hard with them, boy? Like, y'all, their job is basketball, right?
How could you?
You mean to
not
tell me
improve?
you get the best coaches in the world, the best facilities in the world. You have rims with the nets that shoot the ball back to you. Like you can, work on your game, like improve yourself.
Especially free throws, bro.
But the thing is, for me,
throws.
I was never that critical until I see it done. I mean, so many times too. I mean, look at Jason Kidd, bro. Like he's like, dude was horrible at 3-pointers, and he ended his career, I think, third all time. You got people like Brook Lopez. His first 8 seasons, he hit
Even
like 3
Biggs doing
threes.
it.
Like remember that the years with DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Howard, that over. People didn't realize that these niggas hitting free throws now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no, they ain't 80, 90%, but they
I
far
see
from the
Dwight
30% where they was.
Dwight Howard doing much better at the line for Drew.
Yep. So it's like, it's been done countless times. So what you doing?
Dumb shot. See ya.
Yeah, that little alligator arm thing he used to.
But and to your point, teams becoming less tolerant of that. But people ain't really. Who's a big man? You can't hit free throws. They start to bench you.
Facility is.
But you can't be in the league. But like I was trying to tell Graylin, but I was trying to preach to Graylin a while ago. Niggas like Draymond is gonna become extinct, boy. Because at the end of the day, if you can't shoot in this league.
No, but I think niggas like Draymond is rare to the point where they bring so many other things. Draymond reminds me of a more overall Tony Allen. Tony Allen lasts long.
This is what I
Tony
can
Allen
say.
Could have knocked
what?
Positive.
Don't stop.
Every once in a while, he'll hit one of the.
Tony Allen cannot hit no shot, bro. Draymond could beat Tony Allen in a 3-point shooter right now.
You right.
Draymond almost threw it to Kevin Hart and the Shaquille went shooter.
Bro, listen, Tony Allen.
This is
a midget comedian.
Right, Dre acting like Dre is Ben Simmons. At least he's a temp, Jesus. But Tony Allen, bro,
You watch Ben Simmons summer mixtape.
Yeah.
You realize that they don't invite Draymond to them games.
No, but you know what? But I think it's cause for concern. I think someone needs to investigate this. Why? This is the second young player in Philly's organization that just forgot how to shoot because Ben was shooting in college. Ben was shooting in college.
About that next guy that signs endorsed to the core. And boy, listen.
Wait, come on, like that ain't funny?
Listen.
That ain't weird to y'all?
Ben wasn't shooting in college.
Ben wasn't Steph in college, but Ben was hitting 1 or 2 shots. He didn't even want to take him now.
He take 1 or 2 shots. The
3-point line further too.
That's funny to me, but
they get comfortable playing a certain type of game, and then it's hard to change it. Like I say, you have to
Oh yeah, don't
at
forget
least
Michael Carter
attempt to show.
Williams.
Yeah, but remember that rookie year, boy? What I said?
Oh man, that dude, I thought I was so high on him. I thought he was
Hey,
like
gents,
something up with that Philly
gents.
organization, but
Gents,
like
on a
we're running
side
the game
note,
right
the owner of Magic City, the great Magic City, has for the Bahamas has passed away. Rest in peace to the GOAT.
My condolences.
to the goat.
My condolences. Rest in peace.
Yes, boy, if I can get the money back, what I spending there. Anyway.
No, but I see Michael Carter Williams saying he may retire and play he may do UFC.
Where he is now? What you mean might retire?
He on what do you mean on Slim?
So the boy still robbing the league?
Yes, but he on Orlando.
Yeah,
He on someone thing, but I think he on Orlando.
But these fellas is wasting talent and still is fine spot.
Hey,
you think I'm going to UFC, but
man, what the other guy is who have the twist arm shot like this?
kill Chris.
Michael Kill
Kid Gil.
Michael
What is
ceiling,
Kid Gilchrist?
Michael
Kid
Kid
Gilchrist.
something.
Yeah.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist. These fellas had a high ceiling of, oh, these fellas got this and that and the next, and they have all intangibles to be this and that and boy. They all come in there and start friggin' slingshotting the sidearm wide, and I was like, how he make the league, boy?
But
I know there are some weird guys who have funny shots, but they hit them like Sean Marion and stuff.
Right, but they was patient with him, but they was really patient with Kid Gilchrist. Yeah,
I don't know how you make the league.
Just like anywhere else, Los, some niggas to slip through the cracks.
But I don't know what type of high P had in high school or something like that, or whoever cut him mixtape for him, they added that good. But.
Oh, another one who's just a defender.
You play same high school as Curry. In fact, I didn't use the best player on that team when Curry was there.
Watch it now. Watch it.
He was?
Yeah.
He was.
He never better than Kyrie.
The NBA ain't giving LiAngelo a fair shake, boy.
Yeah, because he did.
He make the squad yet? I thought he made the squad. I thought he made the Hornets.
Hey, he balled out the summer league, though.
Wait, y'all could kill him.
They ain't sign him?
I thought they kept him. No, he ain't dead, boy.
Let me tell you something.
He ain't dead, but he have to play a role, boy. He gotta.
Yeah, well, he is the worst by far. But
he can't play the star role that his two brothers have. He have to play that 3-and-D guy. Like he got.
He's the better shooter on all them.
Exactly. I said, hold on.
He's the best.
He's the best shooter.
LaMelo getting that shot together, boy.
He's the best shooter. But the thing with him is he the best
get a
shooter?
Puma, I'm Subo live.
But that's the thing, right? Is he the best shooter, or is that the only thing he can really do?
Exactly.
When you see him do is every time he come on the court and shoot the ball. That's the only thing we see him do. You don't see him dribble. You don't see him pass. You don't see him rebound.
If I was coaching the NBA, I'd give him a shot.
Yeah, but because we have other guys in the NBA who do that. You got plenty 3-and-D guys who just come down the court, sit in the corner, wait till the ball, swing to them, shoot, and then they go back on the other end and play D and hack fellas up. So I feel like
but does he have that D? To be a 3-and-D, you need a D. Does he have the defense to be a 3-and-D?
Yeah, I supposed to post that from long time. But I mean,
he played Lithuania, but
he could play at the position he plays. He ain't got a guy like LeBron or nothing. But
can he have enough trees to justify having a green light? See a dude like JJ Redick could come on the court and take 5 to 10 trees, and you don't feel no type of way about it because you know you get.
Who retired today, by the way?
Yeah, shout out to JJ Redick. He retired today. But does LiAngelo have enough shooting to where teams won't catch him to give him the green light? If y'all watch him in summer league, he's a puppy show there. Every time he catch the ball, they treat him like a Build-A-Bear workshop, like a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid. Every time he gets the ball, the old crowd cheering, shoot, like he was a 15 mile off the bench. Right? And then sometimes he air ball.
I feel like he possibly could make a team though.
Who we competing against? Xavier Sneed.
Exactly.
Who's that?
And plus, you got to keep LaMelo happy. So LaMelo say, "Boy, my little brother need to get on the team." The organization say, "Yeah, we can make it."
I thought he was the big brother.
Oh, he
I
is.
thought LaMelo was the youngest.
Yeah, LaMelo is the youngest out of them.
But listen,
So yeah,
LaMelo is the youngest.
nepotism.
D'Angelo is the middle.
yeah, nepotism can happen.
Yeah,
That's
you're
happened
right.
before, right? So when Steph,
Look at Giannis. Giannis brothers seem good. Don't make it seem like he brothers good.
Like Sans gonna say, Steph and Clay at
Hold
the
on
same
now.
time.
yeah,
Steph,
Steph gets
At the
that.
time,
No,
At the time,
Steph
Steph wasn't there, but now Steph
and
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Thompson and Michael Jr. was in there.
And then you look at Giannis, like you say, Giannis brothers, he ain't good. You
But
say
they ain't good at all.
And
Giannis, but Giannis, in my opinion, but if he ain't at that size, he being tight, but
Yeah, you can't take the size of it. So then what?
I wouldn't say that. Without that size, if he was like 6'3", he would just be like Westbrook.
yeah, he just be Westbrook.
Same
No.
game.
I
Same
didn't
example.
know, bro.
Westbrook
He
could
wouldn't
dribble.
be as
He
he wouldn't be
can't
as
dribble.
good as Westbrook. He would not be as good as Westbrook.
It looked like he can't dribble because he's 6'11", but at 6'3", I sure he'd have better handles.
How? And it looked like KD could dribble. It looked like KD could dribble, and he's 6'11".
KD's
He's
a
a
freak.
freak of nature. He's a freak of nature. He's a freak of nature.
I don't know, but he wouldn't be as.
Aiden let me
I
down.
think
That's
he'd be better.
serious, boy.
I think he'd be as good as Westbrook because Westbrook he ain't got no moves in the paint. Westbrook just go and flick and try run.
Aiden let me down. That serious, but he ain't playing no Bahamian, boy.
Aiden let you
If
down.
that was me, I'd have been chopping Giannis to death.
Number one thing, but Aiden, his specialty is avoiding fouls. But I realize that. But like you say, it come back to bite him in the butt. Like instead of you trying to foul him, you trying to avoid fouls and be clean and stay in the game. Like,
It worked for him for the first couple of rounds.
Right, like that's his specialty. Honestly,
Yeah.
he good at keeping his hands high and not drawing fouls.
Listen,
Yeah,
they
but
just
that's
had
my thing. When you playing a different monster, but you playing the best power forward since Timmy D.
Yeah,
What the
listen,
fuck you doing?
Giannis been to the line enough that too. I don't know. He not attacking more fouls. I don't know. Giannis been to the line.
He
Giannis
let the 2-4-2 down in that serious point.
No way, don't say that. He played good
No,
enough.
but
to
he
get
play a good
No.
offensive series.
He said the series. He ain't saying the
Listen to
playoffs.
me.
The series. Aiden didn't play as good as he played. Gerald.
No, those first two
Bahamians
games he
playoffs.
played pretty good. Them first 2 games he played pretty good.
First you can tell everybody played good.
Bahamians pride themselves on flipping playing physical. What Bahamian player you know is don't be physical?
Right, Aiden. No, but the thing is, Ronnie, Aiden was playing physical at first, in the first couple of rounds, but he was really physical. He's dominating in there, but and if you thought, George say the difference between the Jazz and the Clippers, Aiden. They say the Jazz
And the Suns.
Yeah, Clippers and the Suns was Aiden because the Jazz didn't have nobody who could punish us down there. The Suns did. So Aiden
That's
played
because
pretty
the Jazz have another only defensive player, which is so important to the game, but it's cost them lose every year. But everything good.
Rudy Gobert cost them lose every year.
But you ain't giving no help. You give him no help. You want to stand there and protect the rim, but then you want to go on the other side and can't put the ball in the rim.
Underrated defense, but you just say
But
he ain't giving no help.
Okay, he's